G'day everyone, Eric here. I'm not partial to Thundercats. I collected the 2011 toy line and enjoyed the cartoon at the time. But going back to it years later, I just found it boring and a hard watch. That's also exactly how I found the original cartoon when I bought the DVD box set some years prior. I remember liking it enough when I first saw it on Cartoon Network in the early 2000s, but when watching it properly on DVD, I lost interest rather quickly, and have never finished it. But you know what I do like? Masters of the Universe. I had Galaxy Warriors as a kid, enjoyed He-Man and She-Ra when I watched them around the same time as Thundercats on Cartoon Network, but with Origins, I've gone waist deep into Masters of the Universe. Just found myself loving the toys, the characters, and some of the cartoons. Absolutely fascinating brand from a development standpoint too. If you're not aware, Origins technically started with the Masters of the WWE Universe, a WWE and Masters of the Universe crossover. I really like this line. I have some 50% of it and would love to finish it. Wish it went longer. I thought it had a lot of untapped potential. Mattel followed this up in 2024 with the Turtles of Grayskull, a Masters of the Universe TMNT crossover. Look, I like Ninja Turtles, but the line had way too many hard to find and expensive exclusives, and I just wasn't sold on all the toys, so I gave it a pass. When Thundercats was announced as its replacement line for 2025, I was honestly relieved. Oh good, it's Thundercats! I'm not big on Thundercats, so I won't want to collect them. Problem solved. Then we saw the first wave via comicbook.com, and yeah. Wave 1 consists of 1 deluxe figure and 3 basic figures. Let's talk about it starting with the deluxe figure. This is Skell-Ra. In a twist from the Turtles of Grayskull, where all Masters characters had Turtle elements, and all Turtles characters had Masters elements, Skell-Ra is an actual fusion of Mumm-Ra the Ever-Living's larger form and the Skelegod form of Skeletor from Revelations. I'm not sure this toy really works. It doesn't really invoke Mumm-Ra. It just looks like an Origins take on Skelegod. I'm not against that. I really don't mind some concepts from Revelation leaking through into other parts of Masters of the Universe, but the only thing about this toy that really screams Mumm-Ra is the logo on the chest. Nothing about the clothes or face screams Mumm-Ra. It's Skelegod. This is where we get to the play feature of the line. Capitalizing upon the modular nature of Origins, the Thundercats characters come with enough parts to display them as either the Masters form or the character's original look from Thundercats. This is Mumm-Ra the Ever-Living in his Thundercats form, and I think it really works. It's exactly what you'd want from a Mumm-Ra in the Origins form factor. Dead ringer! Mumm-Ra already had a decent design, and this toy benefits from both characters being shades of blue. It just feels like a Masters of the Universe subline. It's not an exciting toy because the crossover form doesn't really work, but it's still a nice figure. Lion-O, on the other hand, is a different beast. Lion-O is wearing Masters style gear, but shows off the play pattern better with an alternative hairpiece and lower legs. This marks a couple of firsts for Origins. Usually the feet are part of the lower legs, but here they are a further part of modulation. I can't say I've seen that before. The hair, on the other hand, seems like it's been incorporated from Mattel's WWE Elite line, and I believe the first time it was used was by Elite 107 Otis, or should I say Otis. This is also where the true nature of these toys comes to light. They are not true Origins toys. Rather, they utilize the body style of cartoon collection, with the longer stretched out legs. I think this actually makes sense, as the toys reflect the Thundercats cartoon and naturally would fit better with the cartoon collection. But Lion-O gets more interesting. The crossover seemingly incorporates aspects of the 2011 Thundercats. The metallic plastic used for the chest piece, shoulder armor, and crown are all in line with what 2011 Lion-O wears. Mattel has made it a bit more toyetic with a blue tint, but it really feels like it comes from there. The crown itself also deliberately echoes the marks on the cheeks of 2011 Lion-O. I don't get why the team at Mattel chose to echo 2011, but I like the idea. If anything, I think their choice of colours for Lion-O is stronger than the 2011 cartoon by being more in line with the original. Cheetara is our second toy, and she's a bit more of a classic Cheetara with armour, something foreign to all takes of the character that I can think of, and I'm not sure it works. I don't think the metallic armour fits with all the yellow or the speed nature of the character. The hairpiece feels like the only part kind of echoing 2011, as she had long flowing hair there too, but it was a different style and without the crown. What I do like about this toy is the bracelet to hold the retracted pole. I think it's a really nice touch and adds some display options. The toys are very much baggy toys with all the accessories, but I like this. That said, for Cheetara, I'd be more inclined to make her a straight Thundercats toy. We haven't seen what it looks like with the alternative hairpiece, but the armour just isn't doing it for me, and it feels like an odd creative decision. Cheetara probably should have had more influence from 2011 Cheetara's clothes if they must go with the armour. Make it gold like Cartoon Teela or bronze, and I think it would have worked better. Then we get to what is the most interesting toy of the line thus far. It's something we've seen twice before in comics, but never in toy form. A humanoid battle cat. Now this one I think will be bought by everyone, regardless of whether they are collecting the Thundercats crossover or not. The armour feels like Battle Cat, without being on the nose about it, like many fan designs end up doing. It's subdued, but instantly recognisable. The colour layout and deco hits are great. The silver harness does a solid job of breaking it all up too. A light colour amidst all the dark red and green. I really think the use of the Terror Claws variant suits Battle Cat. It's a natural call to focus on a cat's primary weapon, its claws. I love the face. It's strong and no nonsense, but also cute enough to see Cringer in it. The head sculpt as a whole is just very well designed. It feels like a Thundercats character, but is still very recognisably Battle Cat and Cringer. It's a great design through and through. Easily the best toy of the line so far. Yes, it doesn't have the modularity of the other toys, but I don't think it needs it. Battle Cat is an absolute must-have. It's a fantastic toy that suits the Origins line perfectly. It's a fun concept that should have been done years ago and could go much further than just Battle Cat. As for the Thundercats themselves, with no exclusives talked about so far, I'm more open to collecting them than I was the Turtles, but I want to see more of them first. Let's see them with the extra hairpieces on. Let's see Wave 2. While I'm not big on Thundercats, these mesh really well with the cartoon collection, and I think they are probably the best execution of Thundercats I've ever seen, looking better than Bandai, Matty Collector, and Subpar 7. Frankly, I'd be really tempted on them if they were released locally and I didn't have to import them or pay import prices, but I'm going to take a wait and see approach. What about you? Are you all on board for Thundercats Cross Motu? Many have said that of all the crossovers, Thundercats fits the best with Masters of the Universe, and to that I agree. Thundercats is just like Motu, being a merger of swords and sorcery with sci-fi. Or are you getting tired of Masters of the Universe? With several lines, sublines, and crossovers, it's been a lot. Maybe you've had your fill. Tell me in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video and want more toy content, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot, and I do have an upcoming Thundercats video. Till next time friends, this has been Eric from Toys Down Under, and thanks for watching.